Welcome to this segment of the program. Nice to have you here. Please, before you start, you're going to tell us your name. And in this part of the program, we'll be talking about things that are happening in Helsinki municipality. And you have 3 minutes to talk about Helsinki municipality situation on housing, municipal housing, work and employment, and cultural diversity and activities. So you can feel free to start at any of them. Once again, you're welcome.
Thank you very much for having me. It's indeed a pleasure. My name is Ayisat Yusuf. I'm also living in Helsinki. Now, let me start with the housing part. Obviously, we all know that Helsinki is a beautiful place, nice city. But regardless of that, if you think about 10 years ago in Helsinki, you can see that it's now more congested. And to be honest, I think most of the immigrants are the ones facing a lot of challenges when it comes to that, because first and foremost, it's not everyone that can afford to buy a house here in Helsinki, like Una Kotitalo. And when you look at also about the struggles of immigrants based on their income and all of that, so when they're living in an apartment, let's say for a private apartment, for example, Sato, most of the time it's very expensive, and only few people can even have the privilege to be able to like apply for the city apartment, which is ECA or some other ones. So in that aspect, I think most immigrants struggle a lot. And at the end of the day, you see, like, even when they try to do what they could because of the income they have, and when you think about family again, having children, so I felt it's not really convenient and comfortable for them. And I felt like, because it's the capital where everyone wants to obviously move into to live in, and because of the complexity of the city now. So I felt as an immigrant person myself with the migrant children, it should be nice that at this moment that the government should try to build more houses, comfortable, convenient, and affordable for immigrants to be able to live comfortable and feel safe in the city.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. And if I have to go to the next question, which was work and employment.
Yes.
Regarding that, I think also that sincerely, I don't want to use myself as an example, but I have a couple of friends. Because why I say I don't want to use myself as an example is that I came to Finland as a professional football player. So in that aspect, I wasn't struggling to get anything. And my job was really easy because my career actually paved ways for me to have good salaries. And even after I stopped playing football after the Olympics, I retired and have my children. And I easily got jobs. So I never have to go through, like, you have to speak the language before you can apply. But if you look at it now, things have changed a lot. Most people that come from different countries, I don't want to mention names because we all immigrants, we all face the same challenges. So I felt like when you come talk about the work and employment, the immigrants are the ones facing the challenges. And for example, they say like, okay, if you have to go get a particular job, even if you're a professional in your country of birth and come here to get a job, if you don't have the language skills, which actually kills your career, the motivation that brought you to the country. So in that aspect, it makes you struggle to get the job that you qualify for automatically, but because of that, you lose a lot of potentials, all because of the language aspect. So I felt like we should make it like more flexible, that you don't have to go through a lot of struggle before you could get like a job that could put a food on your table. And also the employment aspect. Let me think from the students. You come here as a student, before you finish the study, you come to study, and then think about the job. How will you get a job, working experience whereby you cannot even speak the language? So at the end of the day, I feel like at this point, it's time for the government and we as an immigrant to support each other and see each other as a reflection, because most of us come to this country on a platter of gold, while others struggle. So I felt it's not fair. So at this point, I felt like myself, why I put myself in front to be the candidate of this SMP is because I want everyone to benefit equally so that we can all feel comfortable and feel safe in the country where we come to live and survive. And I think the last question, sorry, can you remind me?
Cultural diversity and activities. Unfortunately, you have less than a minute for this, so okay. Sorry for that.
Okay, I would like to cut that short. Yeah. I think that's actually my strength, because let me say, for my own job as a professional football coach, in diversity, I think we don't have a lot of diversity. Because when you see a child that is born with a misrace, or the parents are like, from Africa, we want to play football, for example, and the parents don't have the money to pay for this kid. Imagine leaving these children that don't have a lot of place to go for, like, safe home or activities area, because the parent cannot afford to pay the money for football training. So this child that have potential end up staying at home because the parents cannot afford it. So I think the country, in now thinking we should build more activities for youth development, support the parents, and also let the immigrant children and the migrant children to have the privilege that the same way the Finn have, so that we all can feel the equality where we preach about, because we have to practice what we preach. Thank you very much, and I'm so sorry that my time is up.
Thank you so much. That was wonderful, and we are happy to have you, and I think the world is ready to see what you want to do, and we wish you all the best.
Thank you very much.